friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here for another recap of Seeking Sister Wives, child. This ain't gonna be long. I'm not gonna keep you. The best part of the episode was the last 5 minutes. But first, let's talk about Danielle, Jennifer, April, and Nick. So, Jennifer and April want to take Danielle out for, grab a cup of coffee, cappuccino, hot cocoa, whatever they was drinking. And they wanted to know, how did it go? How was it, girl? How was it getting your back blown out? Of course, Danielle, love it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good, swell time. But see, Jennifer and April are like, is she really ready for this? Is she really ready for a plural relationship? Because see, it's good to have your back blown out every once in a while. But see, there's a lot behind that. See, you got to deal with a lot. Personal issues. There's going to be jealousy. There's going to be resentment. There's going to be all kinds of things that may come with being in a plural relationship. Let's not forget, Danielle's 22 years old. Let's not forget, this is the first time she has ever done this before. But Danielle is reassuring them, hey, I may be 22. Hey, this may be my first time. And listen, I'm nervous. I'm going into something that I've never been in before. But I'm enjoying myself now. I think, me and you, I think we, speaking as Jennifer and April, we have a good relationship thus far. And me and Nick are getting to know each other. She says, I'm well aware of the jealousy that may arise. I'm well aware of the resentment that may arise. But we'll see what happens. Now, Jennifer, it's either Jennifer or April. I think it's Jennifer. Because she was like, what we gonna do? That if those feelings arise, we as a family talk about it. You come to us and talk about it. Because, see, we bringing you in and we're feeling good about you. Because some other people we done brought in, they couldn't stay. See, they got on my nerves. Jennifer said they got on my nerves and they got to go. So April is getting great feedback from Jennifer and April. And we already know how Nick feels. So they decided to go on a little trip. It was a staycation. They done got them an Airbnb. Wasn't it hilarious when they were deciding on whom gonna sleep with Nick first? Couldn't be me, child. Couldn't be me. But see, they're going on this staycation to try to see where Danielle really is. Is she really in it to win it like she's telling? Or is she gonna need some time? They're a little apprehensive at this point, but they seem to like Danielle. Now, it came up, all of them sleeping in the same bed. 4 grown adults sleeping in the same bed. Now see, my question is not the size of the bed. My question is the size of the bedroom. Because y'all gonna need to get a California king. If all 4 of you gonna be sleeping in the same bed, I'm gonna need for all y'all to get a California king. Danielle come talking about, yeah, I guess I can. But I toss and turn a lot. Tossing and turning. My thing is, I'm not sleeping with y'all. That would be my thing. I'm sleeping with Nick. I'm not sleeping with you two. All 4 grown people up in the bed together. That's it, y'all. That's it for them 4. Let's move on. This ain't gonna take long, 2 minutes. Sidian and Tasha. Sidian is on his way to meet Ariel, honey. He's packing. He's putting his shoes on top of his clothes. I was like, you ain't got no shoe bag. At least put a liner down if you ain't got a shoe bag. Why you put your nasty, dirty shoes on top of your clothes? Tasha, she's all for it. She's excited. You good, babe? You good? You okay? How you feel? He's like, I'm all right, a little nervous, but hey, I'm going to go on this trip, and I'm going to see what's popping. And then she says, you got condoms? Couldn't be me. But hey, if you're gonna fly across the world to meet Ariel, maybe a potential wife, might as well be protected. Might as well be protected, child. And off Sidian goes. And that's it for Sidian and Tasha, which I'm fine with. Because, baby, they are B-O-I-N-G, you're boring. See, the least amount of TV time they have, the better it is. Let's move on. Let's talk about the most attractive couple on this show. I said it. Marcus, India, and Taryn. First of all, let me just say this before I talk about anything else. Did y'all see India's sister's skin? Her skin was, can we say smooth, honey, and give me all the melanin? I said, oh my God, this family, okay, gorgeous. And then Marcus's cousin, she came through with the glow. And then Marcus's sister said, y'all ain't gonna show me up. I'm about to come in with the smooth skin. I said, y'all better do it. They said, we are not about to get on this camera looking ashy, dusty, or rusty. Y'all gonna get all of this, honey, all of the glow and the smooth skin. Y'all better do it. Everybody was looking good. I was like, honey, that gene pool is deep, let me tell you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful family. Even their friends were attractive. I said, oh my God. So let's talk about these 3. So the sister, of course, she has her doubts, and she's wondering, why is her sister involved in a plural relationship? And she says, hey, you know, at first I was thinking maybe my sister just wanted to be that person that need a lot of love. Maybe financial reasons, maybe social reasons. It's her reasons. But now that I see she is in this plural family with Marcus and Taryn, I'm down with it. They have clicked. She seems to be happy. I'm good with it now. But the sister says, one thing I'm not good with is Bina. She ain't down with Bina. Because she sees it like this. Why bring in someone else when you seem like you're doing okay with just you 3? And the person that you're bringing in, you have known for a long time. See, Taryn and Marcus have known Bina. And she says, my sister is on the outside looking in. See, my sister don't have the same kind of relationship you have with Bina. And she says that she feels like that her sister is at a disadvantage. And then what about India? India was like, you're right. Yeah. You make good sense. Yep. I didn't think about that before, but yeah, let me use that disadvantage. That's it, what my sister said. Taryn was like, no, okay, no. It's nothing like that. I'm cool with it. And just see what happens. Meanwhile, Marcus. Now, they're having a cookout, barbecue, whatever. And when I tell you, Marcus, I was spending more time looking in the background at Marcus trying to fix the food than I was listening to. I was like, what Marcus got over there? I was like, what is that? I said, he got some salmon. Is that chicken? What he cutting up? He washing the meat. Okay. All right. Where's the seasonings at? Okay, I see some. I was like, move, India. I was like, what is Marcus doing back there, Jack? Honey, Marcus was moving around that kitchen, giving kisses, honey. He was doing the daggone thing. So then, did y'all see when he was scrubbing that, the barbecue? He was like, yeah, the grill. They think I'm playing. I ain't playing. So they had the conversation about Bina and the sister disapproving, bringing Bina in. And then here comes the friends. And there's a friend, Keisha, who apparently her and Marcus had a thing in high school. But, she said, I feel a little left out. I'm jealous. Why didn't anybody pick me? India was like, sorry, girl. You didn't make the cut. Isn't that interesting? And India says that Marcus goes fishing. Did y'all see the other women's faces? They were like, fishing? Even his sister was like, now I know that ain't my brother out here talking about he going fish. I ain't never seen him fish a day in his life. And so India said, listen, he fish, reels them in, and we'll see. Bait of the day. I said, oh, Lord. She didn't say bait of the day. I added that in. But that's how he goes and catches them. But this is what really interested me is when Keisha said that when India came into Marcus and Taryn's life, she felt like India was breaking up a home. India says how? Marcus was single. We were in a monogamous relationship. I ain't break up no home. He was single. India, now wait a minute, girl. Now wait a minute. I see it like this. Y'all may see it differently. People see it differently. But in my opinion, Marcus was not single. He was still married, but separated. Because Taryn left him because of his extracurricular activities. He was not a single man. In his head, in y'all's mind, he may have been single, but he was still married. Until you sign your name on that dotted divorce line, you're still technically married. How do y'all feel? That's just how I feel about it. People see it differently. If you're separated, I guess you're single. Meanwhile, Marcus is in the background throwing down on that grill. And I was waiting for them to show the food. Well, y'all not. See, I'm a foodie. So I was waiting for Marcus to start bringing over all of the food so I could see what was up. I was like, when he bring it? I was like, move, Keisha. I was like, y'all go bring the food. We can't see what he made. Child, I guess not. Let's move on. Child, last and certainly least, Brenda and Steve. Now, Brenda and Steve are visiting his children. He got 2 kids, teenagers, a boy and a girl. And Steve said, I need a little break from April. Child, ain't that her name? Is her name April, child? Steve, Brenda, and April? I think so, child. He needed a break. So they went horseback riding. Have y'all ever been horseback riding? I went horseback riding twice in my life. One as a child with the Girl Scouts and one as an adult. And I enjoyed it, honey. I had me a good old time on that horse. I'll do it again and again and again. So anyway, so they went horseback riding. And the boy is a character in his own. His son seems cool. His son seems down. But that daughter, she ain't got time for it. Now see, when the kids met Brenda, it was all good. Because see, their mom was still in the equation. Once their mom left the equation, dun dun dun, everything just started falling apart. The kids felt a type of way, which I guess they should. They really didn't, warm back up to Brenda. And they sure enough didn't have time for their daddy. Because the boy and the girl said, we hardly seen our dad. We hardly seen our dad. We hardly seen our dad. He comes here and there sometimes. And Steve says himself, look, I've been busy, okay? Building a house, family, other priorities. I ain't had time to be seeing my two hard-headed kids. And he says that it has put a strain on their relationship. See, the ex-wife, he feels like, had planted some negative seeds in his kids' heads. That's why he's not as close to his children. So it's time to go back to the house. And it's time to cook dinner. Now, Steve says, we're making homemade chicken noodle soup. I said I could get down with that. He was even making the noodles. Y'all see him kneading that bread? I was like, what? You making the noodles yourself? Okay, Steve. So we see some chopping, there's some cutting, there's some slicing. I was like, they putting it together. And then they start putting it in bowls. And the boy, poor thing, had a tongue getting out the noodles. And then they sat down to eat said homemade chicken noodle soup with a fork. Did y'all peep that? Am I the only one who thought that? I said, who eats any kind of soup with a fork? I think Brenda had a spoon. I was like, where's the juice? Where's the soup? You made chicken noodle stew. Y'all think they seasoned it, child? So here is Steve telling the kids about bringing someone else in. And when I tell you that daughter, honey, she was the MVP of this episode. That daughter was not here for it. She had time. She told her dad she ain't here for his shenanigans or mess. She says, you know what, you're a little too old for these shenanigans. Why you bringing in another person? Can Brenda bring in another person? Can Brenda bring in a man into this relationship? A husband or a boyfriend? Brenda, can ya? Can ya? Honey, Steve did not know what to do, honey. His face was cracked. And here's Brenda. Well, I never thought about it. Steve said, she ain't never brought it up. Steve said, don't be putting that up in her head. I bring in the women, not Brenda. The daughter said, you're ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And she said, you're disgusting. And she said, and gross. She said, it's gross. It's disgusting. I said, come on, daughter. And honey, Steve was sitting there, face red, mouth open. He could say nothing. And that boy is like, well, You know, if it makes you happy, it makes me happy. The daughter is like, shut up, brother. You said your piece, let me say mine. Honey, that daughter was not here for it, but I was here for her. She spoke no lies. And good for her. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's it for this recap of Seeking Sister Wives. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye!